Hey everybody, it's Chase here at Rocky Mountain. I got another helmet ride review for you. Today it's on the new Bell Moto-10 MIPS. So they recently launched this helmet and I'll be totally honest with you, it's kind of long overdue. They had the Moto-10 Spherical come out and it's been a few years since we saw anything come underneath that price point wise with a very similar shell design. So now they've got the Moto-10 MIPS. And I'll be honest, while I was riding in it, I was trying to think of, what am I gonna talk about? Because helmets are all good these days. A lot of people, buy helmets based off of how they look. A lot of people will judge off of safety technology. There's a lot of things to factor in. But what I felt was gonna be useful for viewers is comparing this really to the Moto-10 Spherical and some of the differences I noticed between the two, and maybe help you decide if you feel you wanna bump up to the Moto-10 Spherical from the Moto-10 MIPS, because you do go up a few $100 in price. And I'm gonna be honest right now, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. If I was choosing right now between the two, I would go with the Moto-10 MIPS, and here's why. Yes, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the Moto-10 Spherical. That one's got their highest, technology they can put into a helmet, but there's a couple things about the Moto-10 MIPS that I actually enjoy more. One, the weight. So this is not Snell certified. The Moto-10 Spherical is, so if having a Snell certified helmet's important to you, obviously the Spherical is gonna be your choice. But this is about 4 or 5 ounces lighter than a Moto-10 Spherical. And that was always one thing about the Spherical that I just didn't really like that much. I'd put it on and it just felt heavy compared to the other helmets that I have. And so I just was never really attracted to wanting to go ride in that. But now this being 4 or 5 ounces lighter, and that's a noticeable difference when you put the two on back to back. I enjoy this one more because of the weight. It just doesn't feel as heavy on top of my head. And look, a lot of helmet manufacturers now, I kind of feel like the standard is 3 pounds or less. That's kind of where helmets are at right now, and this is getting much closer to that 3 pound mark. So that weight, I enjoy. The other is the fitment. So what they've done with the Moto-10 MIPS is they've actually elongated the chin bar a little bit. If you're riding a Bell helmet, or if you've ridden in the past, you know that their chin bar sits just really up close to you. You kind of feel like it's right there. This one's elongated a little bit, and I just prefer that. It doesn't feel so crammed. So the fit feels very similar to the Moto-10 Spherical. I just like that the chin bar comes out a little further, and I like how much lighter this helmet feels when I'm riding in it. It's got a lot of the other same features as far as the magnetic cheek pads, which I absolutely love. So it's a solid helmet. And like I said, it's still a great helmet. It's still a very safe helmet. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the Moto-10 Spherical, but I would choose the Moto-10 MIPS if I was choosing today. So hopefully this will help you kind of decide if you want to go with the Moto-10 MIPS or if you want to spend that extra few $100 for the Spherical. But go watch the spotlight videos that I've done on both so you get educated and you kind of understand what you're getting with this and what you get if you bump up to that Spherical. But questions, comments, I'd love to get those answered. Leave those down below. If you like ride reviews like this, get subscribed to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel. I do them all the time. Last thing I will mention though, just forgot to bring it up, is I really like these big intakes right here in the front. I actually can feel air going through those getting to my head. That's the new Moto-10 with MIPS from Bell. Again, subscribe, stay up to date on product ride reviews just like this one. I am Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.